What's up, y'all? Just getting uncomfortable. I'm LJ.
It's your boy Eddie G.
We are just here really trying to help men out. Eddie G, if you want to kick us off, man, kind of share with us what we got going, man.
Yeah, basically this is the Getting Uncomfortable podcast, me and LJ, and we kind of talk about masculine development. We talk about things pertaining to men, how to get better, and all that, everything that entails. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about semen retention and how important that is for men, for your masculine development, and everything that's revolves around that. I just kind of want to give my personal story. Semen retention is important to me because, there was a time in my life where I just felt like I was in an inescapable hole. Mm-hmm. I was watching porn. I was corn. I don't know if YouTube censors that word. And take our video down.
Hey, we can't put it on TikTok. You gotta be careful. Yeah, can't put it on TikTok. We good.
But yeah, man, it was just, I felt like I was in an inescapable hole. I felt like my life was just where it needed to be. So I started brainstorming different ways for me to kind of like get my life together, man. And that started with semen retention, because I look at semen retention as like a foundational stone, you know what I mean, for your development. And if you can get semen retention down, basically the hardest thing for a man to do, then all the other things in your life will get a lot easier. Like your meditation will become easier, your exercise, your nutrition, all these things are gonna become a lot easier for you. Because I've realized, like, when I relapsed and I wasn't really on my semen retention journey, man, I was just like, it was just very hard for me to do those things, man. Mm-hmm. It's like, with semen retention, the hardest thing for a man to do, it puts you in the zone, man. Mm-hmm. And a lot of you guys, I'm sure that you guys will definitely benefit from it, man. It's something that's just true to my heart.
But man, because like you 42 though, bro. You how old are you?
Yeah, I'm going on 42. Hey,
42.
41, bro. Hey.
My bad. I want to show my respect to you, bro. My bad, cuz. My bad. But I mean, you at this age though, bro. Why change though, bro?
Why?
Yeah, man. Like, why change? You already had life been pretty good for you. Like.
Because, man, we always got to get better. I don't want to get complacent, man. There's things that I'm still trying to do in my life, and just this semen retention journey is going to give me the energy, the fuel to keep going. Because, I'm at an age right now where a lot of men are, they're going through midlife crisis, and a lot of guys are suffering with depression. A lot of guys suffer with, suicide. And a lot of that has to do with them not, in my opinion, not harnessing and cultivating that energy within them, man. If you're always depleting yourself, it's easy for you to get depressed. It's easy for you to get on a low frequency. If you're watching porn, then that stuff starts to scramble your brain. It starts to scramble your mind, and you can't think clearly.
You know who you're supposed to be.
Yeah, you don't have the fuel and you don't have the ambition to really go after what you want to go after. Even small obstacles start to become really hard. Things that shouldn't even be an obstacle. But when you cultivate this energy, things aren't, you don't realize, you don't see things as like a big obstacle.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's a slight obstacle, but I'm gonna get around it. Because I have my energy within me to fuel me to press forward. And as men, that's very important.
I think especially as men too, man. It's so easy to do that release for men. Like, I mean, you can do it. Let's keep it real. Right. 30 seconds sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
And all the momentum that you had, it goes out the window.
Man, instantly, bro. Unless you can actually get your mind in order and get back on track. But other than that, like we were talking about earlier, you got that.
But if you're with a woman, see, the thing is, there's a distinction between a release with a woman and a release to corn.
I completely agree with you, but I think sometimes as well, even when you have a woman, are you using her just for that release?
Exactly.
So that becomes an issue. So I think me and you had talked about it before, like literally holding yourself back, even when you're with the woman at certain times.
Exactly.
Because you can't always release every single time. You got to let that energy build up. Although it's releasing with your woman, releasing in a good way. Of course, if you're trying to have a baby, obviously you got to get your release on. You know what I'm saying?
Get your release on. That's what. Like a song.
Get your release on. Hey, we doing. Y'all can write it if you want to. But I also think, I was listening to something. I always listen to The Basement with Tim Ross, and he was talking about that makeup sex. Should you be releasing in your makeup sex in reality? in a way. And it made me think about it. Because if I'm releasing in my makeup sex, maybe we actually have a real problem. Right. And this makeup sex, this release is going to make me kind of put that to the back because I just got my fix.
Exactly. I think when you're always releasing with your woman, that leads to you almost objectifying your woman.
I completely agree.
And, I think even in the Bible, it talks about, the importance of not becoming overly familiar with your wife. Because when you become overly familiar with her, then the intimacy goes away. Because it's like I'm just going to the candy store just too often.
I know the moves. I know what I got to do. Right. I have learned your body. I know how to make you react a certain ways I want to react and make it seem good. But at the end of the day, I'm really doing this for me.
Exactly.
Am I even doing it for you anymore?
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
because women operate different than men. Men, that yang energy within us is very, it comes to a head very fast. Women, it takes longer. So when you learn how to cultivate that energy through, I guess, tantric sex, you're able to really satisfy your woman. Because if you're releasing fast and she's just getting started, it's like that.
It's a letdown.
It's a letdown. And that leads to a lot of marital problems. But if you see, as a man, you're always supposed to have that discipline and not, lose control.
Because, as you talk about semen retention, you talk about the discipline associated with men. I thought of somebody who goes, let's say, for instance, goes to the gym every day. That takes a certain level of discipline.
Absolutely.
So, somebody who eats healthy, meal preps every single day starts a certain level of discipline.
Right.
Those type of people still have porn issues. You know what I mean? They still struggle with releasing too often. Those things still happen.
So think about how good they would be.
No, I guess my question is, when those type of things happen, where can you find that other disciplines? I know we talked about semen retention, cold showers, everything such as that. But let's say I'm trying to do all those things, bro. I'm not sure where to go from there.
It's just going to have to be, you just got to have a made up mind. That's what I really feel. It's like,
that's simple.
Yeah. It's just like, you're just going to have a made up mind. Like, there's not always this, I don't know the word, a panacea just like that's just going to fix everything. You're going to just have to fix it yourself. You're just going to have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired and just come to a point where I know that this is harming me. I know this is keeping me on a low frequency that's preventing me from being my best version of myself. So I have to impose the discipline on myself. And a lot of people, you just got to get to a point where you realize that my sexual, me being not disciplined sexually is the reason for me not being my best version of myself.
I would agree with you because for somebody who suffered from porn addiction, I feel like I'm one of the first generations that has access 24/7 to pornography.
Right.
Like, we can get this shit. We on the phone right now.
Right.
Hell, we can cut this video off and go to it real quick and type in 3 letters and we already there. So having that type of availability to it, it's hard for a man not to fall into it. You know what I mean? And I fell into it I ain't even fall into it. It invited me. It's very inviting. It's very inviting. What man don't like a beautiful woman a lot of the time? You know what I mean? So whenever I think about those type of things and how often I would find myself staying up late for it, just to release, to watch some porn, and then go to bed regretting it.
Exactly. And I think that's what's led to our so-called microwave society. We want immediate gratification. We don't want to work for anything anymore.
Man, you so...
Yeah, we don't want to work for anything anymore because porn makes you think that once your body is released, like, oh man, I've done something good. But no, you haven't. You haven't done anything. So you're tricking your mind into thinking that you're the man, that you've actually accomplished something when you haven't accomplished anything. And that's why so many, incels out here, so many guys that aren't able to attract women because they're not working on themselves. They're not cultivating that energy. Because let me tell you something, man. If you truly cultivate that energy inside of you and you're working on yourself, female attraction and attracting the woman that you want is not going to be an issue.
I think you said it before. Women can feel. I think even my sister has said it before. Women can feel that energy.
Exactly.
They can feel your energy of like, what are you? What you about in a way instantly.
Instantly.
And women just had that. That's the gift that
you just and you know, porn gives off that creep vibe. Like if you've been watching porn, bro, you just give off like creep vibes everywhere. And the universe don't with you like that. You know what I mean? Like people just become mad disrespectful to you, just like because you're inviting demons into your life, and those demons are latching on to you.
They living with you now. They done moved in, they shelved up, they got the bed. They like, girl, we good, man. I've been chilling here for about 10 years now.
Exactly.
We didn't have a good living situation, bro. You trying to fuck it up?
Right.
Because I'll tell you, man, whenever I first started my porn, like really overcoming it, I mean, I would go weeks.
No pun intended, huh?
But whenever I really became like determined, like, yo, this is an issue, bro. Because like, I mean, every day, every morning, every evening.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep it 100 at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like I need to see it, and it's like you're not even releasing. At certain times, but it's just like that urge to see it.
Right.
Just because you have embedded your mind into it so much that your body almost can't function without it.
Exactly. That sin is never satisfied, bro.
Bro, man, you know, I always say that to anybody. That my mama, shout out to mama. The flesh is never satisfied.
Never.
So like I've had conversations with guys like, bro, you start off one place with porn.
Right.
How far, I mean, let's keep it real. We men here.
Right.
How far have you gone down that hole?
Exactly.
Like, let's keep it real. Like, there's been some stuff you looked up. Like, you like, I would never.
Right.
I would never. But,
see, but your mind gets used to that, so it needs to keep going further and further and further to get that fixed. Until you're looking up stuff that, man, I gotta burn this phone. I'm throwing this phone away.
If somebody finds this, niggas is gonna think I've done something very horrible.
Over. You know, for real. It's like, yeah. So that's why it's very important for you to impose that discipline on yourself, man. Because sin will take you way farther than where you want it to go.
And sin is your driver sometimes. What are you letting drive you?
Right.
Are you letting your sin drive you? Because, you know, I'll be honest, as when I was going through my porn addiction so strong, I was also a single dad. So being a good dad was very important. I was a great dad. Love my little girl to death, but at the same time, as soon as she went to bed, lay her down, well, time for dad's flesh to get satisfied. Because my spirit was good, because I did good by my child. Love her endlessly, spend time with her. But as soon as she went to bed, it was like, my flesh was like, nigga, feed me.
Right.
Nigga, it was like a whisper. It's like a, hey, come on, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I left you alone the entire day.
Exactly.
You suppressed me the entire day. So then also I realized like, hold on, I can actually overcome you. Because I'm already not feeding into you. And I mean, so there's something in there. Like, I just got to have, like you said, that discipline.
Right.
That discipline associated to say, hey, you can no longer control me.
Exactly.
You can't be driving no more. I got to take control back.
Like they say, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. We have to get to a point where, all right, man, it's time to explore different options. You know, and stop rationalizing and justifying where we are in our life. As men, we got to, hey, man, we got to do those uncomfortable things. And those uncomfortable things start with retaining yourself, retaining your energy, and cultivating it and putting it into different places. Not letting yourself get bored, you know? Finding out what your purpose is, man. And putting your energy into that.
I got a sticky note that I read every single day on my desk. Action beats distraction.
Man, hold up. That's a bar, bro.
Action always beats distraction.
Amen.
So, because whenever you distracted, I think about work. I think about anything in life general. Whenever you spending time with your lady, spending time with your kids, spending time with anybody you're trying to spend time with, if you distracted, you ain't really giving it no time. You ain't giving it no attention. You're not taking care of the way you're supposed to. But if you're really involved in what you're supposed to be doing, really taking action in what you really want to accomplish, those little barriers or little things that kind of pop up, they won't hold you back anymore. Because you are committed to the action, your distractions will start to diffuse. They will lose their power that they once had. And I mean, there will be times though where you will be having the action and having everything going right, doing what it takes. You got to always remember that flesh is never dead. They say you can kill I feel like in the Bible they say you can kill the flesh. I know you can, but I feel like it's always like those little whispers, kind of little whispers that never go away. And I've had to remind myself constantly, because I will be like, all right, we good. Nigga been quiet for a while. I think he dead. And then one day he just wake up. Nigga, I'm not dead. Like, shit. What?
You know what? That's why a regimented lifestyle is so important.
Yes.
Your time has to be accounted for. You got to get up early. You got to hit that meditation. You got to hit that cold shower. You got to hit that workout. You really, on this journey as a man trying to do things the right way, you can't have any downtime to leave to your devices if you're still vulnerable. You know what I mean? Your life has to be regimented, bro.
And I think you brought up that word, vulnerable, right?
Right.
That's an important word for men just in general. I think we have never done a great job of that. I think in today's world, we're getting better at it. More and more men are becoming more and more vulnerable and sharing what they're going through. But I think at a certain point as well, depending on how you were raised, like me, you were talking about earlier, don't be weak.
Exactly.
Was such a recurring theme when it came to your emotions. And I mean, I know it may sound weird, but going through that addiction is an emotion.
Right.
You have to be open. You got to be honest with it. So me and you first started talking about this, I think shit was August. I think we first said something about this. We was at the beach.
We was at the beach.
We was at the beach, man. We was talking about it and just talking about how you got to be vulnerable and share it with men so men know they ain't alone in this journey, because so many go through it, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's porn, y'all. I saw a statistic. Matter of fact, I was listening to something and they said there was a church conference that dudes paid $250 more or something to go to this conference, right? The porn being searched at the hotel nearest to the conference went up by 98%.
Hey, man.
So that means all those men without their women went there. As soon as they got away from their woman, all right, I ain't got her around. Let me go ahead and find something else to release too real quick. So we always go, so that lets you know right there, like, damn, all the men going through the same battle, but ain't nobody saying that to each other.
Exactly.
So it's a certain level of accountability, making sure you have somebody that you can feel like you can be accountable to. So with you, I feel like I can text you, hey man, I'm having a rough day.
Exactly.
I got to fight this urge.
Right.
Just give me some words of encouragement.
The Bible says that, we're saved by the words of our testimony. So we can't just harbor in all of these emotions. And just like starting a podcast like this, being open with things like this, I may struggle here and there with some pornography down the road. I pray that I don't. But as I'm putting these messages out here, I'm not easily going to go back to that lifestyle anymore.
Like I was telling you earlier, bro, them voices come in, hey man, just look up a chick real quick. And I'll keep it real. I look it up. And then myself is like, what the fuck you doing?
Exactly.
You came too far. You done came too fucking far to go backwards.
Exactly.
So we're going to go backwards and we're going to stay moving forward. Because if you want to go backwards, you got a long track to go backwards.
Right.
So you can start that step now, and that's fine. Or you can cut it off now and take the step forward.
Right.
Because, and then right then and there, I'm like, well, self, all right, nigga, I guess you right, nigga. Like, because, nigga, you got to have that type of ability. I always think of David Goggins. David Goggins is a rough motherfucker. Yeah. But, like you be saying, you don't know me. Right. They don't know me.
You don't know me, bro. You don't know me. Yeah.
And it's like, bro, but like in reality, it's like, nigga, they don't. And you don't know you sometimes either.
Exactly.
So really finding out, that takes us down another path. I'll leave it alone there, though, about knowing yourself and everything. So, man.
That was a good episode, bro, I think.
Yeah, man. How you feel?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. So, hey, man. We hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Getting Uncomfortable. We'll have more content for you guys later, and I hope y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Y'all stay blessed. Take care.